It is Sunday, it's Ommy'z World on Sunday. It is Sunday, it's Ommy'z World on Sunday. Read, learn, the lesson to be learned. We'll read, we'll learn, the lessons to be learned.
Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to Ommy'z World. And that's right, I'm Ommy. I hope that you had a fantastic end of the year of 2020 and launching on into 2021. And I hope yours was amazing. Well, welcome to January 3rd, 2021. And we are back. That's right, we are back with Daniel. And this time we're going to talk about the writings on the wall in chapter 5 of Daniel. So, boys and girls, thank you for stopping by Ommy'z World Sunday, and I hope you enjoy.
My name is Ommy. That's right. I'm in my world. I love teaching little boys and girls. They learn and play every day. So join us and you'll say, welcome to Ommy'z World. Place for a kid to be a kid. Welcome to Ommy'z World. Everything that you need. Welcome to Ommy'z. Welcome to Ommy'z World.
King Nebuchadnezzar, as we had talked about before, had taken Jewish captives back to Babylon. Among them was a young man named Daniel, who rose up to be the chief of all the king's wise men. When Daniel was older, King Nebuchadnezzar died and was succeeded by his son, King Belshazzar. King Belshazzar sent out invitations to have a great feast of over 1,000 nobles. The king had taken objects from the temple when he invaded Jerusalem. So the king and his noblemen, his wives, all drank from the cups taken from God's temple. And while they drank from them, they praised their idols made of gold, silver, bronze, iron, wood, and stone. Suddenly, they saw a finger of a human hand writing on the plaster wall of the king's palace near the lampstand. The king's face was frightened. His knees knocked together in fear, and his legs gave way beneath him. The king shouted for the enchanters and astrologers and fortune tellers to be brought to him. Whoever can read this writing and tell me what it means will be dressed in purple robes of royal honor and will have a gold chain placed about his neck. He will become third highest ruler of the kingdom. But none of the king's wise men could read the writing or tell him what it meant. And the king grew even more alarmed, and his face turned very angry, and his nobles were also shaken. Queen Mother heard what had happened and hurried to the banquet hall and said to her son, the king, "There is a man who has divine knowledge in Nebuchadnezzar's reign. A Jew called Daniel was found to have understanding and wisdom, and he can interpret dreams, explain riddles, and solve difficult problems. So call for Daniel, and he will tell you what the writing on the wall means." Daniel was brought in before the king. "I am told that you can give interpretations and solve difficult problems," the king asked him. "You can read these words and tell me the meaning? If you can, you will be clothed in purple robe in royal honor, and you will have a gold chain placed around your neck, and you will become the third highest ruler in my kingdom." "You can keep your gifts," Daniel told him. "Like Nebuchadnezzar, you have become proud and arrogant. You have defied the Lord of heaven by drinking from these cups and praising gods of silver, gold, bronze, iron, wood, and stone. So God has sent this hand to write this message. Mean, Tekel Parson. This is what these words mean."
Wow, boys and girls, here's another situation where Daniel had to make a decision. He had to make a decision to either pretend he didn't know what the writings meant, or if he had to really confront Belshazzar. And because of Daniel's faithfulness to God, he's definitely always going to be faithful and obey God, even if it means that someone else in authority is going to be upset with him. So keep that in mind as we listen to the rest of the story.
Meaning means numbered. God has numbered the days of your reign and has brought it to an end. Tekel means weighed. You have been weighed on the balances and have not measured up. And Parsi means divided. Your kingdom has been divided and given to the Medes and Persians. At Belshazzar's command, Daniel was dressed in purple robes and a gold chain was hung around his neck, and he was proclaimed the third highest ruler of the kingdom. That night, King Belshazzar, the Babylonian king, was killed, and Darius the Mede took over the Babylonian kingdom.
Wow, boys and girls, that was a really powerful story. Very interesting, especially the writing on the wall. Well, we might not see writing on the wall now, but you're going to feel some writing on your heart, or you'll know that there are things that you're doing that's not good. And that's what the writing on the wall was all about, because Belshazzar decided he was going to do whatever he wanted to do. And even though Daniel was living in his kingdom or in the location where he lived, and he knew there were some things that Daniel did to help his father to get himself together, he still didn't follow directions. And sometimes we do that. The writings on the wall was a warning, not just to him, but to everyone around him to know, to obey the Lord your God. So what are the writings on your heart or even on your mind when you do things that you know you're not supposed to do? Boys and girls, take that warning from yourself when you know, Mom won't like it if I do that. Dad won't appreciate if I did that. Or I know that wasn't a good decision, so I shouldn't do that. Take those writings, those things that are on your heart, in your mind, and those things that you think of that you know are not right, maybe even things that parents told you before, and learn a good lesson. Don't take the same action as Belshazzar. He didn't follow directions. And that day, he was taken away from his kingdom with death. We don't want that. What we'll do is we'll listen to those instructions. We'll pay close attention to the writings of our heart, and we'll do the right thing by making good decisions. So, boys and girls, that's the end of that story. And I hope to see you back here next week for chapter 6 of Daniel in the Bible. And keep in mind, friends, I always like to include a little video at the end. This time it's called The Writing on the Wall. It's an animated video. So I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you back here next week.